You guys often ask me how do cows get as bad as we show you on these videos. How do we get sole ulcers and what do we do to stop them? And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how a hoof like this can very, very easily turn into a sole ulcer. And by using a couple different cows, I'm going to show you a hoof just like this one. I'm going to show you the next stage if we didn't treat this bruise right here, and I'm going to show you the serious stage that they can get to. So as you can see, she's not flinching. This hoof is absolutely fine, but there is a little bruise here that if left without this routine trim could end up going seriously, seriously bad. And this is her other back foot, which has the beginnings of a sole ulcer, and we're going to treat it, and then we're going to show you a rather extreme sole ulcer, and we're going to treat that for you as well. So stay tuned and let's get into it. So right now I'm literally just trying to drop the height of this heel so there's no pressure on it, and then I'm going to rough up this foot to get a better glue contact, and we are going to bovie bond on one of these awesome rubber shoes. I'm not too worried about this shoe being on for a huge amount of time because this isn't going to take any more than 4 weeks to heal, so we're using a rubber shoe to give her the ultimate comfort. But doesn't matter if this shoe wears off reasonably quickly because she doesn't need this shoe to be on very long. So we're giving her the comfort option today, and then we're just going to slowly thin out these margins as delicately as we can because we want to reduce all that pressure on her corium, on the bones underneath, and we want to give ultimate clearance between that shoe, that hoof and the floor. And as I'm going to show you in a sec, the clearance on this hoof was unbelievable. She was, looking super comfortable on it. Let's show you.
I don't know. You showed me every video.
And as you guys can see, huge amount of clearance. So we're going to iodine this hoof up, and we are actually going to bandage it because this farm does have a little bit of dermatitis and it is quite wet and warm at the minute, and the cows are back in the shed. So I want to make sure this girl has the ultimate protection we can possibly give her. So we're bandaging her up, and let's show you her walking out, and you'll see just how comfortable she is and how she was a little bit of a challenge for the farmer to even notice. But let's see what we can do about that.
It's fine. We did. Just filming the other feet so that. That's perfect. It is good. See that on there a second. She had a bruise on her back right as well, this one. Sole ulcer, score 2. Block with a rubber block, wrapped. Who is she? 3, 4, 9, 4.
So as you guys can see, she had sole ulcer on the back foot. Wasn't bothered by it at all. You can see her walking now. She's walking pretty perfectly. I mean, if I was mobility scoring her, it should be borderline 1 to 2. So unless you're really looking at her, you wouldn't actually know there's something wrong with that cow. So that is why, as farmers, we want all our guys to be mobility scoring, because they've picked that cow up before it became a really serious issue. That issue hasn't done a huge amount of damage. There is a bruise on the other foot, as you saw, so we stopped that other foot becoming like the foot we blocked. We bandaged her for just a bit of a precaution, and she's good to go. We'll try and see her again over the next few months, but yeah, happy days, not one bad little trim. But now we're going to get onto a hoof that has already become a pretty serious issue. So we're going to clean that hoof up for you, as I know you guys like to see a clean work surface. And we're going to show you the reason why she has a sole ulcer. And that is it, right there. When we trim these feet, we want them to be as close to a 50-50 weight ratio as we can between these two toes. And as you can see by that huge amount of height difference between the medial and the lateral, or the inside and the outside, that is not going to be the case. And she is getting a sole ulcer because we have not been able to routine trim this cow, or she's been missed off the routine list. And because of that, we haven't been able to balance these two toes. We haven't been able to get them to as close to that ratio as we can. And because of that, she has got this sole ulcer. So now we have to treat it.
Carling even sent me a video saying, well done, Tinky Winky. Thanks, Carling. Did you tell him because he's fixed, you charge him? And it instantly turns off when I film.
Me and Will were talking about a bull that he fixed last week, and the fact that I have to turn the radio off every time I film a foot, else the video gets removed. But anyway, let's get into dropping this issue and all this loose horn around this sole ulcer. Let's talk to you a little bit more about this particular sole ulcer. So you could see from the first two videos that I showed you, there is a bruise. That would be the beginning stages of this. Then we did the next stage, which was a bruise that had just turned to a sole ulcer. And then this is a pretty bad sole ulcer. This is going to take a little while to heal. And this, if she was picked up 6 weeks ago or routine trimmed, we probably would not be seeing this. But we are doing a lot on this farm to reduce the chances of seeing this. So we're giving them less standing time. Hopefully milkings are a little bit quicker, and we're opening up cubicles so these girls can lie down while they're being milked, or obviously not while they're being milked, but while they're waiting. So they're having less time on their feet. But yeah, we have removed all the loose horn of this sole ulcer. Again, we are wrapping it with salicylic acid and iodine, and we are hoping this girl is going to make a pretty speedy recovery. But she also had an issue on her other back foot that I showed you pretty loosely, but as I'll explain in a little bit, we did not want to film that foot as well, but not because we weren't bothered about filming it, we just didn't want this girl in the crush for any longer than she had to be.
It's coming back, Mike. And again, like the other couple of cows I've shown you in this video, her mobility is pretty good. She's left the chute. Her mobility is pretty good. She's so borderline that you really would struggle to notice there's anything wrong with her unless you were trained to do so. So this farm recently has done that training, hence why we've picked up a few sole ulcers. So well worth spending the money on the training. But as you can see, she's worked out really good. She actually had 2 issues. I didn't share the other issues, so I could only film one at a time, and I didn't want to waste time filming 2 issues and make her in the machine much longer than she needed to be. But as you can see, she was looking pretty good, pretty comfortable. I'm more than happy with that trim. Next cow in the chute. And this is the next one to do, but I'm not going to be filming her because she's perfect feet. This is just a routine. We'll catch you guys in the next video.